It's taken me a while to make this video because honestly, after hearing about the Air India plane crash, I just didn't know what to say. But this morning, I received many messages asking me to give a spiritual perspective of this tragedy. Of course, there is a spiritual perspective, but isn't there a spiritual perspective in everything? We are spirit beings having a human experience, so of course there shall be a spiritual perspective. But I question whether this is the time for that spiritual perspective. I don't believe so. I believe this is a time for us all to grieve. We need to grieve for those who lost their lives so tragically. We need to grieve for those who are drowning in their own sorrow today and shall continue for I don't know how long. To grieve for humanity that is going through so much at present. Plane crashes, train accidents, volcanic eruptions, school shootouts. You might turn around and tell me, that has been happening for many, many years. Yes, it has. But they have all been sporadic events. Can we not see that it is all happening at an intensity that we have never before experienced? Isn't it time for us to question why? And for that answer to come out authentically from the hearts of each one of us, we first need to grieve. We need to open our hearts and empathize genuinely with what is going on around us. Please let us not make our spiritual knowledge take us into little cocoons and islands upon which we live, emotionally detached from what is happening. Because if we remain emotionally detached, we shall not be of any help to anyone, not even to ourselves. My perspective is this: let us grieve and let us pray. Let us pray for those who are suffering. Let us pray for ourselves. Let us pray for the safety of everyone, the safety, the well-being, the protection of all, not only ourselves, not only our loved ones. Let us get out of our small places and take in the world at large. Let the world come into our hearts so that we know the truth about what grief really is. With authentic grief, there comes authentic suffering. But after that authentic suffering, there comes cleansing, there comes clarity, there comes understanding. So if you are looking for that spiritual perspective today, my beautiful friend, I ask you to stop. Ask yourself, are you looking for that spiritual perspective so that you can remain emotionally separate? Because I know that there is no human being who does not feel this human pain when you hear of such tragedies. Join me in praying today. Join me in grieving today. Join me in reaching out from deep within our hearts to embrace those who are lost, confused, devastated. Let us reach from deep within our hearts and embrace those souls who have so suddenly been taken away from their families, from their loved ones, from their lives. Let us pray and let us grieve. The time for spiritual perspective shall come later. At present, the human perspective is far more important.